George Tucker here at Infocommm 2018 for AVNation.tv. I'm joined by Kevin Hansen. He is the VP of Sales at Luxul. How are you, sir?
Doing very well, thank you.
All right,
Thanks
been a good show so far?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
It's very busy out there.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know who Luxul is, give us a little background of what you guys do.
So we've been around actually since the year 2000, but at about the year 2008, we became kind of a networking solution for the custom integrator, whether it's residential or commercial. It's a value-add product. Certainly there's all kinds of networking gear out there, but we changed it up a little bit in just the way we go to market. A couple things we do differently, for example, is on our switches, we throw the ports on the back of the switch, keeps the aesthetics of the AV rack nice and clean. Very important for a lot of people. Also, we're seeing more and more that, as there's more furniture we're mounting in. So we're mounting in lecterns, podiums, those sorts of things. And so having those ports on the back, getting them out of the way, it's a nice thing. And then we don't sell to our customer's customer. So we keep the product offline, we keep that very clean. It's not always really easy to do, but we spend a lot of time doing that so that our integrators can make money selling our product versus doing a pass-through.
Right, so at the show you guys actually provide, you said, the managed switches, right? Give me a little more detail on those. They have like PoE, but you've got much more than that.
Yeah, so a managed switch allows you to do a lot more configuration. Think of a managed switch, or as an unmanaged switch, is a pre-configured switch. I can't go in and I can't really change any settings.
Yeah.
For AV over IP, which is a big topic here at Infocommm, there are some settings that are required that allow that to happen more seamlessly. And so the managed switch allows you to go in and optimize the settings for each different AV over IP type system.
Right, so we're talking quality of service.
Yeah, it uses some things like IGMP snooping,
right.
fast leave. Those are the two main things we see. And there's some little tweaks that might be different between different vendors, and we're able to work with each of those vendors to make sure that we get it kind of just right for what they're doing.
Right. And now, in that same vein, you have a really nifty product, this management of wireless access points, right? You have something that builds in that ability to not, say, be sticky to an access
exactly.
point.
Yeah, so you mentioned stickiness. So when I walk into an environment and my phone is no longer just my phone, right now it's my control piece, it's my thermostat, it's everything. And so I walk in through the front door, but I'm walking to the back, and it'll attach to the first access point it sees based on signal strength. But then I'm kind of stuck on that access point without a controller. And so as I then go to the back of the building or to a different part of the building, and I'm standing right underneath this another access point, but as long as my device can still see that old access point, see it meaning there's still enough signal to maintain a connection, it'll maintain that connection. And that's a bad thing. Because I'm standing right next to this one, it should just connect. So what the controller does is it monitors my signal, and it comes to the point where, hey, you're on the wrong access point, and it'll nudge you over to the right access point.
So it's like a threshold.
Yeah, it basically looks at the delta between the two signals and says, hey, you're on the wrong one. Let's go ahead and nudge you over to the other one. And so you'll see the bars just go from 2 back up to 4, and so you're back up and working without any loss of service.
Now, does that happen automatically, or do they set thresholds in a software? How does that work?
So our software, there is different thresholds. We kind of have a default. We do have a hidden page where you can go adjust those. But for the most part, it's all pre-configured, and you can make it more or less aggressive, but it just makes that stickiness no longer a topic. It just basically jumps from access point to access point. Much like if you're in a car and you're driving, it'll jump from tower to tower. That doesn't really happen in Wi-Fi in a residence or in a building. So this controller makes that happen. The other thing it does is, instead of having to go to each, so if I have a larger building, I'm putting in 16 access points, I'd have to go to each access point and configure it individually.
Right. And
I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to, instead of, I'm going to have the wrong password, the wrong SSID or whatever. This way I do that work once, and then I say go, and it pushes that config file out to all those access points. Likewise, if I'm doing a firmware upgrade, it'll push that out to the other access points. Or if I'm changing the Wi-Fi password, it's one and done versus having to do it 16 times.
Yeah, that's one of the oft missed things that we do is not planning out our RF map to make sure that the coverage is adequate in those cases.
In fact, that's another thing we do for our dealers is we have a service called our customer assurance program where they send us in blueprints, and we say, okay, we need to put access point here, 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 and here, and we'll map it out to guarantee they get coverage. And if we do something wrong where we miss something and we're not getting quite the coverage, we're going to send the dealer the free access points he might need to fill in the areas we missed.
That's very good.
It doesn't typically happen because we do a really good job of mapping it out. But yeah, that's important because oftentimes, I got no bars over here. What's going on?
And then sometimes architects change things from the plans. That never
Absolutely.
happens, right?
Yeah.
Never happens. All right, well, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. This has been Kevin Hansen from Luxul. He's the VP of Sales there. I'm George Tucker for AVNation.tv from Infocommm 2018. You can find videos like this and many more at AVNation.tv. That's AVNation.tv.